What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Omar here with NYC Nojum, a brand new YouTube channel that I decided to start off just a few days ago. If you have any, for some reason have seen a video of mine before or think you've seen my face before, I've had a couple YouTube channels in the past, one with a friend of mine back in middle school, one by myself through most of high school, and now I'm a senior in college. Just making my own channel, just trying to kind of freeball it and not take it too seriously, I guess you could say. But I'm coming at you with the first video here. I'm going to make actually two videos today and upload them both. One, as you can see in my Giants jersey, I'm a Giants fan. And if you know anything about what the Giants just did today against the Titans, you know that's not going to be a fun video for me to make. But this one is way more fun. Right behind the camera, actually, I'm not going to grab it because I risk knocking over the phone. But right behind the camera, I got my Mets ugly sweater. And speaking of ugly and Mets, the Mets and their seasons in the past couple of years, and really for the time I've been a fan for the most part, have been pretty ugly. It hasn't been fun being a Mets fan for a very long time. Obviously, in 2015, there was a little ray of light there where the Mets were able to make it to the World Series kind of out of nowhere, really. But other than that, really, you're talking about 2006, and that's about it. So there is some Mets news here today, though, and I figured I'd come and report it. And this is my first video here on YouTube with this new channel. Today, the Mets announced that they are going to sign catcher Wilson Ramos to a 2-year, $19 million contract. Of course, Ramos is a 31-year-old catcher. He's played for multiple teams in his MLB career, but last year he played a little bit with the Phillies and the Rays. He's considered not really a very good defensive catcher and not very durable, but a very good offensive catcher, at least if we're talking about in the terms of offense for catchers. As you know, catcher is one of the thinnest positions. Hold on here, let me get some water. It's been a while. I'm washed up. I'm YouTube washed up. Anyway, so Wilson Ramos, he brings in a bat who hit 310 last year in over 100 games played. He did hit 15 home runs as well. He's not a huge power guy, but he can add a home run here and there. And most importantly, he brings offense to a position where the Mets have not had offense for a very long time. So as any Met fan, I would think, unless there are some Met fans out there, I know a couple of my friends who are super pessimistic, who just, every time the Mets make a move, it's a bad move right off the bat. And, I always wonder with those type of fans in any sport of any team, why? Why bother then? If you're never going to have fun with anything and you're gonna doubt every move your team makes, I mean, come on, there's no fun in that. Anyway, the Mets had been rumored to be in on JT Realmuto. They really were talking to the Marlins, if you think about it, talking about perhaps giving up Noah Syndergaard or perhaps giving up one of Brandon Nimmo or Michael Conforto in a deal. Of course, Realmuto is the best catcher in the game all around, that's for sure. That being said, he's not a crazy, big, huge talent. So throughout that whole process, when I was seeing the names being rumored, when I was seeing Brandon Nimmo getting thrown out there, Michael Conforto getting thrown out, Ahmed Rosario, then Noah Syndergaard, I'm not 100% opposed to the idea of trading Noah Syndergaard, but JT's not the guy I want back. And, fortunately for us, unfortunately for the Marlins, the Mets decided to go in a different direction and go with Wilson Ramos. They were also rumored to be looking at Yasmani Grandal, who is a solid catcher in his own right and a great defensive catcher as well. The thing about Grandal, though, is that he was offered a qualifying offer, which means if the Mets were to sign him, they would have to give up their second highest draft pick as well as $500,000 in international bonus pool money. So all in all, I think this really goes well for the Mets. You get a catcher who is a solid offensive player, had an average way above Realmuto's and Grandal's last year. And if you're a Met fan, you know how important batting average is for us and how much we could use a player that just simply gets hits. So having Wilson Ramos in the fold is a really good move for us, I believe. And, going forward, we'll see exactly what he can do this year. Obviously, there's some durability concerns there. He's had some issues in the past. He's not the healthiest player. But if you look at what the Mets have had at catcher for the last 5-6 years, how could it get any worse? I mean, we had a month there in the end of the year last year where it looked like Kevin Plawecki was a decently productive catcher. Other than that, Travis d'Arnaud has been a huge disappointment since getting him from the Blue Jays. He's always hurt as well, so really durability is something that we're used to at catcher. Durability concerns, I should say. So I'm really happy with this move. I was fairly happy with the move for Robinson Cano and Edwin Diaz, but I feel like I'm more happy for this move, just, in and of itself. I wasn't really happy about getting Familia, I must add. And that's basically it. So once again, the Mets get Wilson Ramos for 2 years and $19 million. Our starting catcher is in the fold, and hopefully they continue to make moves to make this team a win-now team like they keep saying they're going to. And that's just about it. Hope everybody's enjoying their NFL football Sunday. I know I didn't. And I'll be back in a few minutes with another video about the New York Giants and their ability to just look absolutely trash-tastic today. It was horrible. Anyway, see you guys next video.